I'm looking at some of the headlines in the papers this morning, Thomas. The key lockdown curbs to stay until late May. Cases must be below 200 to reopen. That's not such good news for those businesses hoping they will be able to reopen or who will see a return to normal volumes, revenue volumes. Are we really looking at late May before a lot of the lockdown measures are eased?
Well, I should say we haven't set any exact figures, around cases, for example. We've set essentially four criteria. Are there any issues with variants that we need to be concerned about? Is the vaccine program on schedule? Are cases low and falling? Is the R number below 1? And how are we doing in terms of our hospitals, ICU numbers and hospital numbers? They're the four tests, if you like, or the four criteria. Yeah. We'll consider them in the run-up to the 5th of April. And as we said in our plan, which the government announced weeks ago now, the kind of things that we're considering for the 5th of April, and I do mean considering, they are quite limited. It would be relaxation of the 5-kilometre rule, allowing more outdoor activities, and also things like construction being allowed to go back. When it comes to the reopening of shops, reopening of personal services, hospitality, that wouldn't be happening on the 5th of April. That would be a later date. You'd be talking, I suppose, realistically, the earliest you'd be talking about some of those kind of things would be end of April, more likely, or early May. So that's probably what's in line with what's in the papers today, but that shouldn't be a surprise because that's what was in the plan that we published weeks ago.
So, for example, I'm just thinking of very practical things, and I know they're not life and death issues by any means, but they are things people wonder about. Getting a haircut, for example, early May, not early April.
Not early April. So you'd be talking May at the earliest, therefore, unfortunately, and my hair is a bit of a mess at the moment, and I know a lot of people are missing their barber and their hairdresser at the moment, and
my wife is cutting mine at the moment, so.
But you always need to be careful. I need to be careful answering these questions. I don't want to be accused of kite flying or raising false hopes. But I think Professor Philip Nolan from NPHET described it very well the other day. And what he said was that, it'll be outdoor things that are open before indoor things, and things like shops and personal services like your hairdresser before things like hospitality and all of those things before mass gatherings, and that's based on the risk profile. But the priority at the moment, and every parent will understand this and hopefully be behind this, the priority at the moment is to get schools open and childcare open.
Fair enough. Yeah,
we don't want to do anything that might jeopardise that.
I don't think anyone will.
It is for the kids.
I don't think anyone will argue with that. I have been asked by the under 13 Nafina girls team to ask, will they be resuming training in early April? Is that one of the things that, and I know you can't say definitively, but is that a possibility if cases continue to fall?
Yeah, that is one of the things that's open for consideration from the 5th of April, and we'd love to allow people to meet up outdoors and particularly do some training outdoors, but there might have to be rules around it, around the level of contact and so on. But would have to be outdoors, yeah. But especially heading into April, heading into May, everyone's going to want to allow that. But one thing we just don't want to do is we just don't want to move too fast and then end up falling backwards. And we all had the experience of December and January, and nobody wants that to occur again. So it is going to be a step-by-step slow reopening. And of course, the more people we get vaccinated, the more people who are in the over 70 category or younger people with chronic illnesses, the less likely this virus can do real harm.
Couple of other quick things. Click and collect, you're keen on seeing its reintroduction. It seems other people in government less keen. What's likely to happen there?
Yeah, I'm not sure who's saying what on that. All I've done is state the facts, and we are at level 5 at the moment, and there are certain things that are allowed at level 5, which we did stop in January and are now slowly reopening, and that includes schools, childcare, construction, and it includes click and collect. So I'm just factually saying that it's part of level 5, and it is one of the things that's allowed under level 5. I'm not waging a campaign in favour of it or anything like that. So that's the situation.